Hey everybody, call me Felix, and today I have a spur of the moment blog. So I think about a week and a half ago, some guy went into a tropical hut. I had not heard of tropical hut ever before. It goes to show you how Filipino I am, which is to say, well, and grown up here. So he had posted a picture of himself, or not really of himself, but by himself, having a burger and then some fries, and then putting it on Twitter, and then he felt nostalgic for this place, Tropical Hut. So basically, for my American viewers, from what I understand, Tropical Hut was founded in 1965. It was basically Jollibee before there was ever a Jollibee. You can see here there's chicken. Of course, there's always has to be chicken. You're talking about something that's Jollibee-ish. So, and of course you have burgers and fries here, and then spaghetti. It's a very Filipino thing. So ever since that tweet went viral, and I didn't know that things on Twitter still go viral, and I don't definitely know from firsthand experience, if you post on YouTube, things don't really go viral, Yeah. So I didn't really know things still go viral other than, on TikTok or what. So apparently it did, and then Tropical Hut, it exploded in popularity once more. So I did not go to a Tropical Hut. I just went on Grab Food, and then just, I've been feeling down in the dumps, everyone. I mean, not physically, just kind of mentally, as it were. Kind of filming this with a lot of stress and, frankly, feeling depressed. And, my father's 1 year death anniversary is creeping up, and unexpectedly, so right now, I think like a year ago, we were at the Kingfisher Resort in Pagudpud. And it was the last time I had vacation with Dad. And a few weeks later, he would pass unexpectedly. And it's kind of a good timing, I guess, for me to kind of take my mind off work and for a while, and do something a little more nostalgic. It can't be nostalgic because I've never had Tropical Hut, but a lot of this food is kind of like what my parents would make, or that they would go for most of the time. It includes chicken salad sandwiches and a Clubhouse Sandwich. So it's very plain looking, but it looks like it's very homey looking. So it's something I think, even though I have not, this is the first time I'm going to try Tropical Hut. But all these elements put together kind of remind me of home. And for me, home is something that's very hard for me to talk about because, especially the last 6 months, I haven't been in Ilocos. I left. It kind of goes back to, blogging, and then me wanting to experience adventure, and then Funnel Cake Factory came, and, I brought, helped to bring it here with cousin JP, and working so hard on those things, and I've been bouncing from hotel to hotel since, and kind of done it without, well, I think part of the reason why I feel depressed is because even it's hard for me to talk about, obviously, because I don't want to drag you down, and I don't. Of course, this is a food review, but for longtime viewers, and let's just say for longtime viewers, that how much I don't really like sweet burgers, or burgers that don't taste beefy. So here we are, Tropical Hut Burger. Hey, neat segue, right? Yeah, I think I'll talk about being lonely and being depressed despite no reason to feel that way. I mean, things are going good, yet yeah. I think you need to hug in terms of food as a love language sort of thing. So you can see they put a lot of detail with the keeping the shape of the burger with this ring here. Really interesting. Now, the burger comes in aluminum foil instead of, those paper sleeves like this one. Could work against you, could work for you. As far as keeping it warm. Now, I've had Five Guys burgers in the States, and it kind of reminds me of that. It's like eating elementary school cafeteria burgers, except much more upgraded. I could feel here that it's not moist as far as like there's like moisture, and I think that's good. Because what you don't want is to have the bun soggy from the start. There's a reason why I refuse to eat Five Guys burgers to go. I really do. Because I feel that way. You got to eat it at Five Guys. Okay, I've went on another tangent. But here you are. This is the Tropical Hut burger. It's okay. You can see this bright old cucumber or pickle. It's something about pickles here in the Philippines that it's basically just like the fresh. It just looks fresh, like fresh cucumber, but not like pickle green, like Game Boy green, Tetris green. Oh God, I'm showing my age. So. Like that yellow green color, it looks like fresh, but that always signals to me having burgers here in the Philippines. That kind of means that's gonna be sweet, and God help me if it's sweet. The meat looks like a McDonald's patty that's been fluffed up a little bit, which is to say, not the most photogenic looking thing. There's cheese here. It kind of looks like like Emborg. Or, like Emborg or like a local cheddar cheese that's going to be sweet. So let me preface this, guys. And this is the reason why I didn't want to go to a tropical hut, just like to waste my time to go to one branch, which is not that near here. It's here. I'm staying here in Makati at the I'm Hotel, by the way. I'll show you this place later, and it's about sunset. I didn't want to go out of my way, and I'm feeling down dumps to feel depressed. I don't think like depressed as far as let's just say it's kind of a natural state of mind for me. But anyway, there's a bit of lettuce that's coming out here. Doesn't look like the iceberg lettuce. Let's peel underneath the bonnet, shall we? As they say, the British would say. There's some tomato, one little sliver of tomato. I always find that in the Philippines, especially in the province, it's just like little cherry tomatoes. Just one like that. One pickle. Let's return this here. That cheese. Okay, so I think it's gonna be a milder kind of. It's a sweeter tasting cheese. There's mayonnaise here. So this is the Super Cheeseburger Classic. I only got one burger, guys, because one, I don't believe pineapples belong on burgers. So I didn't try I forgot what it's called now. And then I really wanted to try the Sili Burger because, something spicy, something really remarkable. But here we go. First try of Tropical Hut Burger. Oh, it's got these. It's a sesame seed bun. That's the first time I've seen, or that I can recall, a local Filipino restaurant or chain have sesame seed buns. That's what gives it kind of a signature quality. There's definitely a sesame seed taste that's prominent. First of all, it kind of tastes like a Filipino burger, like a little. It doesn't taste like meatloaf, but there's a tiny bit that does, because I think there must be like little caramelized onions in here that keep it, moist. Although it tastes a little dry, a teensy bit dry. So what finish is kind of like a caramelized onion, beefy taste. How beefy is that beef? Well, it's definitely a huge upgrade from what kind of burgers you get in the provinces, that's for sure. despite its not so flattering appearance. You know what this really reminds me of? It's just like making burgers at home. It's like a really nostalgic kind of thing, even for us in America. You know, it's like you buy the hamburger buns like for like a barbecue. That's what we do. Buy these in bulk, the burger buns, and then toast them a little bit on the grill. Do that thing. Of course, these are don't look like they're grilled. I mean, they're on a tabletop grill. Instead of it being charbroiled. So yeah, this kind of reminds me of like how you would make a burger back home in the States, just like it would be back home here in the Philippines, except thankfully it is not very sweet. So this I feel, is agreeable. This is a decent take, and I think I like this better than Jollibee, as far as burgers go. It's close to an American burger, like the taste profile of one, except for little differences that I can pick out after 2.5 years living here, compared to an American going through here, if that makes any sense, or comparing it to other Filipino burgers. I know it's a Filipino burger because of the cheese. It's mild with a sweetness there. And again, the cucumber. It's a teensy bit on the sweet side. And, it's kind of more on the crunchy, crisp side. Not, pickled too much. That's like the telltale sign. It's those two things, the cheese and the pickle. The burger patty itself is pretty good. A little dry, like I said. It's more on the caramelized onion side, but for something that has to be imbued with onions, it's kind of dry. It doesn't taste like meatloaf. Thank God it does not taste like meatloaf. Just a teensy bit, I guess. One other thing, there's a third thing I can think of. How I can tell this is a Philippine burger. The crust here. Because when they put it on the grill, it kind of has like a little sweet crust. Something like that adds a teensy bit of like that meatloaf. Slight raisin sweetness. Just a teensy bit. It's really subtle. Yeah. All put together. Not bad. Definitely I've tasted a lot worse. And this is pretty much, I like this better than Jollibee. For what it's worth. Jollibee tastes too much like meatloaf for me. People here in the Philippines really love the pickle, kind of like just a cucumber there. I don't even think it's pickled. It's just fresh cucumber. And it's coming in thick and crunchy, which is good. I don't know, for me, if I like it on a burger, I want it like a pickle. That sourness. Such a big aversion to like sour pickles. Come to think of it, I think of sour and sweet pickles at Katz's Deli in New York. But I can see why people are nostalgic for it. It's like a burger you'd make at home. Even, like I said, for an American palate, this is kind of similar to what you would make at home. Except, in America, you don't like that crust that's there, that's like a little bit, has that meatloaf sort of edge. You want the beef to speak for itself, as it were. No, by local standards, this is basically it tasting beefy. I would say it's like 80 to 85% beefy. You want to give it a beefiness index if you like. As for the condiments like mayo, ketchup, there's more of mayo. I think they said to put mustard in here, but I'm not getting any sour twang that I would get out of like American yellow mustard. I would welcome it though. Or even like like American ketchup with. I think there's an option to put American ketchup on here. I had to try it as Filipinos would generally try it. The bog standard type. Let me try more of these fries. These kind of look like McDonald's fries. You can kind of feel that they're crispy on the outside. Yeah. They're not as moist on the inside though. So it's really more of the exterior kind of being crunchy. It could be a little more moist in the end. It has a little bit of a taste of potato snacks out of like the bags here at like local Philippine brands. It's okay. I'm finding the burger. It's okay. Okay, so with the burger done, I have 2 sandwiches left. This chicken sandwich, it's really more of a chicken salad sandwich, everyone. And then the Clubhouse Sandwich. One of the more recommended best-selling items on the menu. I have Clubhouse Sandwiches are kind of one of those things, again, that I don't really have great experience with here in the Philippines because the sweet cucumbers, like the proportion of the white bread, and it's like it's not even like soft pillowy white bread over here. It's like the type that you get from the tasty bread, is it? That you buy at the supermarket here? Yeah, it's like that. It's more on the dry side, that type of bread. And then they put more scrambled eggs. They put more, and then the cold cuts. Oh God, like the ham. So once again, this is an American that's reviewing Tropical Hut for the first time. So forgive me for the things about. Again, it's all about a matter of taste, a matter of preference, and a matter of what you've been exposed to. So I am going to be more critical than Filipinos here about Tropical Hut. Let's say that much. All right. They're also known for spring chicken. Spring chicken. So this is more of the Filipino fried chicken style. Okay. It comes with ketchup. Okay. Is the ketchup for the fries? Why is it packaged in here? Well, one thing I noticed here is there's no gravy. Interesting. Okay. Unless I didn't pick it up, which I'm pretty sure I picked out everything. And just use this. Okay, I took off the drumstick. You can see here, it's almost like Max's fried chicken. It's closer to that, which is to say, no batter or just, not much. It's really just like a roux, fry it in. It smells quite fragrant. It reminds me of, I wouldn't say like Chinese chicken, but totally. Like the taste, the smell of the five spice. Just a bit. It's more of like the salt and the bay leaf, I think, that I smell. Kind of like Max's. Okay, let's try this out. Yeah. Because it's a spring chicken, there's kind of like the balance between the chew and it being soft. I wouldn't say it's like super soft, but when I was tearing it into it, I could feel the juices kind of, there. Let's see. Yeah, it's glistening a bit. Okay, try the skin and the meat put together. It's kind of bland. It's really just the simplicity of the salt. I took a little lick of that skin with my thumb. It was coming in a bit saltier than I felt, like the first impression, but thankfully it's not overly salty. But yeah, otherwise kind of bland. I don't know what this is for. I guess you got to put in the banana ketchup. I don't think it's banana. I think that's banana ketchup. Okay, try to get that little end. Yeah, there's no real pronounced five spice or any Chinese taste. It's really just about salt and bay leaf, I think, just a teensy bit. It doesn't taste like Max's. Max's I find a little more flavorful. Like this is more like its more bland cousin. I am not a fan of breast meat at all, so I'm just gonna try for you the thigh, maybe the wing. Let's get more of the skin. See if I can get more seasoning out of it. Ugh, come on, lift. Okay. Yeah. A little pink in the middle, and back closer to that bone. So it's not overdone, thankfully. I just feel it's under seasoned. It kind of smelled promising, like it smelled like the fry oil. I don't know, to me, if it smelled like the fry oil because the fries were there. Okay. I think we need some sauce. Ooh, there's a little pink there. Doesn't look too raw, but okay, let me open this sauce. Okay, open my sauce. I'll just try a little bit of meat with the skin. There. So you can see this is like a couple shades darker, like red. It's almost like barbecue sauce looking thing. All right, try this out. What is this? Let me try and see if I can get a bigger dip here, because didn't taste very promising, and it tasted very bland, and then once it had flavor, it tasted metallic. The sauce is just like, what is that? It's very plain. It does not taste anything except metallic. It's a metallic taste. I'm not fond of that. It kind of has like a little bit of a roastiness for just like a microsecond, and then goes plain and then metallic. It's basically a nothing sauce. Jeez. Yeah. I was hoping it was gonna be like a chili sauce of some kind, or, I mean, even banana ketchup would have been more flavorful than that. I wish there was some traditional gravy. Yeah, just bland. The one positive here is that it's not like dirt dry. Parts are reasonably moist, a little bit, without the juiciness, really, if that makes any sense. But I'm just finding this just like really uninspiring. Just very plain. Okay. I guess what you gotta do instead is dunk this with your spaghetti. Fried chicken and spaghetti. Yep. Oh no, there's some tape there. Okay. Open up the spaghetti. Thankfully, it comes with wooden spoon. Yay. I've figured out that here with grab food deliveries, they don't always come with cutlery. And you have to select the box. And I did not select that box. And they gave. Yay. The little things, everybody. So here's our spaghetti. Of course, I'm gonna say, gosh, it's gonna be sweet, isn't it? You know, I don't mind it as much, you know, having sweetness in Filipino spaghetti. For some reason, I'm okay with that. Like with a more banana ketchup, I don't mind it. JP's a lot more anal of it than I am. Okay, but there's some garlic toast down here. I wouldn't have known it. I think it's like one of those Japanese, like, you know, Japanese mochi cakes? Something like that. Let's bite off our toast then and chase it with some pasta. There's already some sauce on here and cheese. You got more of like banana ketchup sausage thing out of that bread. It's kind of has the same consistency of like supermarket bread you get here. God, I'm forgetting my brands. Gardenia, is it? Yeah. Okay. It's the one with the red, white, and blue thing, and it's Gardenia, I think. Yeah, that one. Okay. Let's mix this up a little bit more. I don't find this as sweet as like Jollibee. Jollibee, I almost want it to be like Jollibee. You know, to be honest with you. Have like that sugar sweetness and like the notes that, you know, it finishes like a little sugary. This is it's more sedate, as it were. Not that I don't mind it though. And then it has more of like that smoky sausage taste. The sausage is not great quality though. It's the one that's like pasty. It's pasty and then it disintegrates. I like a little more tension and chew when it comes to the sausage, which that is not. It has the consistency of a crumbly Vienna sausage. Okay, some more of this. Yeah, it's Cousin JP probably would like this because it's not super sweet at all. It doesn't have any twang though. It's not tangy either. It's a very safe spaghetti, I think. Kind of bland though. Even me, I doesn't really like sweet Pinoy spaghetti, but can appreciate it, I must say. I want that to be a little sugary at the end, kind of like that satisfying sugary thing with the enhances kind of like the sweetness of the meat. That kind of satisfying sugariness. I don't think much of this bread either, although I appreciate that it's buttered. Well, basically supermarket bread. Okay. That does not bode well for a prelude into the sandwiches. So let me put this to the side and let's try out our sandwiches. Opening up the Clubhouse sandwiches, and oh my god. Will you look at this, everyone? It's like buying bread at the supermarket. Oh no. So some clubhouses here in the Philippines don't have the crust. I don't know if it was meant to break like that. They've been quartered. Or we put in the thirds, I think. Okay. Like this. Yeah, in the quarters. Like I said, I don't have high hopes for Clubhouse, but they said, you gotta try this. This is one of their signature items. It's the same thing with the burger, right? I said, I don't know what I'm getting really into. I'm like about 70% sure I'm not going to be crazy about it because it's a Filipino type burger. It fits more the traditional Filipino palate, more sweet, more of that meatloaf kind of thing. And I wound up liking the burger. I thought it was pretty decent. This clubhouse, though, is really what I think of when Filipinos try to do an American clubhouse. So, a little intro about clubhouses. So when you say club sandwich, there has to be bacon in there. Bacon, like a BLT, bacon, lettuce, tomato, with, some ham or some turkey or what. Here, club kind of means scrambled egg here. You can see the territory of bread, so much bread. And then there's ham here. A bit of ham. Okay, guys. I hope this is like deviled egg, because I love deviled eggs. No matter how lousy they can be, I really enjoy. It's like so I was hoping when I got this clubhouse, it'd be one of those things where it's bad food, but it's good bad food. It's like so lousy and so boring and so simple. Simple, the big thing. Simple and yet comforting. That's what I mean by good bad food. I'm hoping this is good bad food. Well, I am color me surprised, everyone. This I like. It's good bad food. What I got most of all was the deviled egg. I mean, deviled egg with a bit of another herbaceousness. It's more like a celery note. It's like relish, American relish. Oh man, this takes me back, guys. This is like something my mom would make. Something my mom would make. Love making deviled eggs. The ham here, I think if that's ham, thankfully it's not too sweet, not sweet. It's just there, as it were. For me, it's more about the deviled egg. And then The bread, I underestimated the bread. Um, it's not like light as Wonder Bread back in the States. It's not like that. But there's something about it that reminds me of Wonder Bread. Like it's there's a little bit of pillowiness. There's still enough substance. It doesn't feel as dry as that terrible thing with the spaghetti. And then there's a little bit of a toasting here. But I don't care about that. That's the deviled egg. Really, you know, if you've watched this far, and you probably said, God, this guy is like an inconsiderate asshole. What a fucking jerk. Sorry, I'm gonna go off filter. Because he keeps on being so condescending to Filipino culture, the Filipino taste, whatever. Okay, fair point. Any criticism or what? And it kind of goes both ways. I kind of find people here onion skinned, right? So you have onion skin versus, I mean, it's like the irresistible force versus the immovable object. But let me just say this. Where we can draw a line and meet each other halfway is this. This is what reminds me of my own childhood. If you're of a certain age, this will remind you of your childhood too. This Clubhouse Sandwich, which again, is not grandiloquent as an American Clubhouse Sandwich should be. But you know what? This is the kind of thing that you would make at home. Your parents would make this at home for you. And it's comforting. It's comforting bad, good food. Was it good, bad food? Comforting, good, bad food. There we go. I'm enjoying this. Really. Really enjoying this. Let me finish a little bit, the last of this. And then we're going to get to the chicken sandwich, the last thing I'm going to try. The one nitpick I'm going to have, though, get me more of that damn salad. I don't think it's deviled egg. But the layer of the scrambled egg is thin, but it is creamy and pillowy. It's like a perfect match with the salad here. You know what I would want to do? Is inspire you to make deviled eggs. Put it on white bread. Put a little bit of ham. Bang. And then a little bit of celery. So kind of with that said, why would you go to a tropical hut to... okay. This is a chicken salad sandwich. Yeah, this one's really... I mean, I don't really talk about my mom much. I don't really want to talk too much about myself here. Although sometimes I kind of break out of it. Because sometimes my depression on certain days... You know, I have bipolar disorder. So... certain days it's just so hard to function, like today, to function properly. And then when I found out about this menu about Tropical Hut, I said, wow, kind of hoping for something that's kind of homey and nostalgic. And I don't like being nostalgic about things, to be honest with you, because what that is, like, I'm going to go on a different topic and I'm going to get very deep. I try not to talk about nostalgia or want to get into nostalgia very much, because what that basically means is that it's a revisionism of the past. Again, that's kind of like what the Marcos thing is, and I'm going to get political about it. What it is just a rewriting of your past that's how happening continuously. And kind of, you see the benign sort when you think of a guy who goes to Tropical Hut sitting alone, eating a burger, fries, whatever. And I think that's relatively, it's not really nostalgia. That's really you remembering something in the past that brought you some joy. Whereas nostalgia kind of means something like exactly that. You know, you're reliving the past and then kind of seeing it from the lens of what you were, and then remembering your past kind of, no matter how bad it was. and that's the reason why people can't move forward with their lives sometimes. And because they're always reshaping, rethinking the past, or, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. I mean, it's more harmful than that, than I'm saying, and I'm trying to put it in terms of that. So, remembering like the memories like we had, I don't know, I think there should be a clearer distinction as to what's nostalgia, what is just memory, just remembering things and then reliving that, and then for that burst, you're like, yeah, awesome, and then you try to seek the new and try to seek everything good from there on your own future. If that makes any sense. Okay, chicken salad sandwich. I'm not loving this as much. It's all the familiar taste, but the coverage of that chicken is a little too soft. I wish it was a little more dense and had more chew. Simply put, I wish there was more chicken. A little more chicken, and then more of like the crisp onions, crisp relish. Like the vibrancy of that. Yeah, this one I'm not really a fan of, even though I would say, gosh, this is kind of like good bad food. But I'm more in love with this. Egg Clubhouse sandwich. I wouldn't call it a Clubhouse, people. But this is kind of, it's just like deviled eggs. If anything, that just inspired me to want to make deviled eggs. And this, I can tell they don't use canned chicken. That's just good. I wish there was a little bit. This is where I don't like chicken breast. I want more chicken breast than this, rather than something softer like thigh meat. This is what you do out of leftover roast chicken, but especially the chicken breast. Make it into something like chicken salad. But I kind of feel like that coverage and the density is not there for me. And really put it on the same bracket of affection as this. This is the Clubhouse sandwich. Okay, final thoughts on this once I finish my food. Back in a bit. All right, everyone. Very little remains, I think. It's with my sandwiches and then fries. I finished the chicken, by the way. And I'm talking about the fried spring chicken. It was more flavorful getting closer to the bone than I had said. It had more of a garlicky taste, which I like, but it was a frustrating chicken, I think. Otherwise, it went from, got upgraded from unmemorable to something that was a little bit notable, though. So, yeah. The spaghetti was boring and bland, unfortunately, as I had said. Could use a better sausage. Chicken sandwich, chicken salad sandwich. Getting better coverage, of course, in the middle. Just wish it was more better distributed. Otherwise, tastes pretty good. I wish they use chicken breast. Need something more dense to hold up to the mayo, I would say. A little more of the celery, a little more of the onion, I think, would be really good. There are parts I appreciate that they're a little bit moist, too. It's like the moist end of the thigh. Moist end of chicken thigh. But I would have welcomed chicken breast here. A good combination would be both. I went to the refrigerator. This is the thing I added. I have Dr. Pepper, actually, in the refrigerator. But I found this. Barq's root beer. I was more tempted to drink Dr. Pepper, but we've already done that when we went to Tagaytay, of course. I finally found the place get Barks and Dr. Pepper. And it's such a stupid oversight of mine, I would say. They didn't know that you could get this at Roustons. Or they, of course, call it the marketplace, but I always call it Roustons. Like, because I've known Roustons more of the supermarket than the department store. Huh. So this, guys, is magical root beer. I mean, I've had better in the States, like Dr. Brown. But Barks, as far as a mainstream root beer, this is as good as it gets. I like the fries have, like, it looks like something you'd get in the States, kind of like thinking like movie theater. We don't have French fries at movie theaters. But they have like this generic French fry holder. It looks like something you get out of a movie theater back in the States. Fries are okay. I've not had potato corner, everyone. So I don't know if this is what potato corner tastes like. This here. This I should probably put in the refrigerator and then warm it up tomorrow morning and say, dagnammit, a deviled egg sandwich. Although, you shouldn't warm it up though, because it has this egg here. Probably will get a little bit better. Like I said, nitpicking here, I wish there was more coverage of this, but this is the most magical, most magical, good, bad food you can have. This is the deviled egg, and it doesn't look like much. And it surprised me that I like this better than any other club sandwich I've had with better features than any in the Philippines. Is this magical thing. I think that's chicken salad on top of it. But it tastes like deviled egg to me. Okay. Yeah. It was chicken salad. With that egg and the ham. I almost thought it was deviled egg. Dang it. But it definitely has a comforting American taste to it too. Because of the big key really is the relish. Yeah. Because it's hard. I mean, I have not really seen a lot of people use American relish or something that's close to it. And any like sandwiches or hot dogs especially could use some relish. But yeah, here, I mean, this is really the type of food that, you know, the sandwich that your parents, I don't know, they Filipino-American upbringing. So you go to the park, you go on a picnic. This is probably part of it. You know, this. It's a nostalgic. I hate using that. Let's just say a blast from the past. A blast from the past. And again, my first time trying Tropical Hut. And this is the instant thing I liked. I mean, despite mocking its appearance and such, I have to say, you know, I think JP, if he was here, he'd probably be saying, "What are you on, man?" to say this, but it really brings you back to, like, you know, something as simple, I guess. It's simplicity, really. And then all the familiar tastes. I especially love deviled egg. So there's that predisposition to loving that. And then my mom used to make it a lot. So if there's one thing I can agree with you guys, is I'm going to show you about Tropical Hut. Is that whether you've had it before or my first time here, I think we can say, like, this type of sandwich here, I guess for you guys it's the burger, which I think is pretty decent, but I don't really love it because could use more produce. What for me is a really nostalgic burger, again, hate using the term nostalgic, is Foster's Freeze. Oh God, Foster's Freeze. I was hoping Tropical Hut would taste like Foster's Freeze, because there wasn't anything special about that burger either, except it was big And growing up, when I was growing up, their burgers were big and they tasted beefy. That was the very first burgers I ever had was Foster's Freeze Burgers. And I just remember just the beefiness of it. It's just magical. You know, maybe, I mean, they probably suck, like, right now. But, you know, as a child, Foster's Freeze Burgers. They weren't frozen, by the way, because Foster's Freeze was really about ice cream. But they had burgers and fries. Kind of like a Dairy Queen in Southern California. That's the equivalent, but locally grown. So, Foster's Freeze and Tropical Hut. I'm going to draw some parallels there, you know. For me, if you come to California,